Hey there, it's Steve. I hope you're doing awesome today. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use 3 different walk downs to connect chords together to make your favorite songs just totally come alive. And I believe it's the way to unlock your guitar playing to go from beginner to intermediate really fast. I'm going to teach you all of them, but let me give you an example first. Let's try James Taylor's Carolina on My Mind. It's in D major, and the chorus goes, "Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind?" Well, that's the chords version, and it's pretty boring. But what does he do? He uses a walk down. It goes like this. "Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? And I'm going," the whole thing right there. Now it becomes magical and super cool. He did it using a walk down. I'll give you another example. This is Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. Ready? That's a C major walk down to A minor and back up again. You actually do a walk up in reverse. And you need it for so many songs. It's super easy and fun. So I'm going to show you those 2 plus 1 in G major with Journey and Any Way You Want It and I Want You to Want Me by Cheap Trick and Dust in the Wind. Let's give it a shot. So I'll start with that Carolina on My Mind one in D major. It's really cool. You can see right here, I'm starting off with a D major using these 2 fingers instead of a full D. If you do a full D, you got to use your pinky. So because this is a beginner lesson and you need your strength for your pinky over time, but just for now, I'm going to show you this version. You play your 2nd fret on the G string and 3rd fret on the B string with that open D, and the walk down goes like this. Pretty cool. Well, you start off by just playing the notes of a D string and add the 4th fret of the A string with that right there. And you're still hitting the rest of the D. Doesn't sound great on its own, but if you do it in order. And then I put my thumb on the 2nd fret, like that, 2nd fret of the A string, but I've still got these fingers here. And then take off the thumb, and now you're playing the open A string. So if you need to pause and rewind, put that in slow-mo, go for it. But let's move on to, how about G major? Any Way You Want It by Journey. The iconic intro goes, goes into a G major. Well, right after that, it goes super cool, right? It goes from a G down to the 2nd fret right there to the open E string. So you're going, but instead of just hitting the notes or instead of just hitting regular chords, you do G and you play a D major, but you're adding in that thumb to create the walk down, and then you're going to E minor right there, and then it goes back up to C, and all that. That's the same exact chords and progression as I Want You to Want Me by Cheap Trick. Ready? I want you to want, right? G, same walk down. You're going to a D major, but you're adding that thumb to E minor. Isn't that cool? Super cool. How about, let's go to the C major ones. I showed you Landslide. Well, I would do finger picking for now, but you can use a pick, of course. But well, there's 2 ways to do this one. The walk down goes from C major down to A minor, and to get there, you go on the 3rd fret of that A string to the 2nd fret of the A to the open A string. So the simplest way to do it is go play the C, remove this finger, take this finger and put it on the 2nd fret of that A string to A minor, like that. But what Landslide does is totally removes the C and puts those 2 fingers on there. So 1st finger on that C, 2nd fret of the A, and then it puts this finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then goes to an A minor. Well, it really goes to an A 7th, but that's for another lesson. Well, guess what? Dust in the Wind, that classic intro as well. It also goes, that's the same thing as landslide. The C to that thing right there, it's a version of like a B walk down to the A minor. Really cool. Also, that's Stairway to Heaven, by the way. Stairway to Heaven right there is also in C. But let's take you back to the D major one, to Carolina on My Mind. I want to show you that one again, because what's cool about this one is it connects two of them together. When it goes, ain't it just like a friend of mine? After that part, it ends up on the G, to hit me from behind. Really cool. So it went all the way down. Listen. And guess what? Those G, that's the same thing as anyway, I want you to want me, and any way you want it right there. So you can connect two of them in a row and really make magic. It's a great way, again, to unlock your favorite songs, and you'll need it if you want to go from beginner to intermediate. Let me know what you think in the comments. Tell me how you do. If this was helpful, hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time for some more 3-minute guitar lessons. See ya.